Welcome to ChopChopChef. Today, you and me, we're doing a beef roulade. And I know you may have seen it already on the shorts, sort of the first steps, but today I take all my time and show you all my secrets from start to finish. Yeah, so first thing is, let's come over here. Yeah, and what we're having here, of course we need a meat, right? So I have a beef. Yeah, a slice of beef here. Now this beef is cut from a top side. A top side is a big lump of meat. Yeah, you ask your butcher, you want to have 6, 7, 8, 10 slices from a top side. As you can see, sort of here, they're maybe half a centimeter thick, give and take in the lengths. Yeah, 25 centimeter, but that's what a top side is. That's the size of a top side, and he just slices this down. And if you talk to your butcher, you say you want to have your slices cut for a roulade, beef roulade, he should know. But now here it is, another trick of mine, you know, which nobody tells you, is because we have to flatten it a little bit out. What I use, I have just a plastic bag. Again, when you go to the butcher, you just ask him for a Cryovac bag, you know. So here we go, he gives you one large one. And here we're cutting one side open. You're wondering what I'm doing, right? But don't worry, this will be all beneficial to you later on. Now, so I have this cut open. Now I'm taking my meat and put it in here. Fold one side down. And now I take my meat cleaver. Of course, I have to flatten it out a little bit more to widen it here. Yeah, and as I flatten it, yeah, all the meat juice or the blood is not splashing on you, not splashing around your kitchen, is all contained in my bag. Isn't that good? Okay, all right. And you have to be a little bit, don't get too wild on it, otherwise you break your meat. Yeah, so that's now our roulade, right? The beef roulade. And again, as I said, look at that, beautiful from the plastic bag. Yeah, easy done. Now we're taking this beautiful thing here. Let's come over here. Look, I prepared already a few. Yeah, here. So we spread it nicely out like that. Yeah. Again here, I show all my tricks to you, right? So if you watch my videos from start to finish, you learn so much which you can't read in a book, nobody tells you. I will. Here it is, my kitchen bench. What I do is, you may notice, I put a little bit clean film over my bench to keep it 100% hygienic, right? And good. So that's what we do. Now the beef roulade. What's next? I now first is I season it a little bit. Yeah. So I just make sort of, I just show you a little bit pepper. Yeah. And then we take a little bit salt, not much, and a little bit. I like paprika powder. Yeah. Sort of sweet paprika powder, just a few, a little bit dust on here. Then what comes next? Then it comes mustard. Yeah. So mustard, I start in here in the front. Then mustard goes on here, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. And then we spread out the mustard nicely, like that. Boom, boom, boom. Then what we do next, you can see I use roasted onion. Now this onion, I kept some raw ones from before. Yeah, so this is, I cut in julienne, as you can see, so the strips like that. Yeah, and I sauteed them on in my bread pan with a little bit oil. And yes, I seasoned them as well with salt, pepper, and a touch of paprika. Now we're putting our onions on here. And we're spreading them out as well. Yeah. So here we go. What's next? As you can recall from the shorts, two things missing, which is, next one we have gherkins. Yeah, just normal gherkins. I cut them in quarter. Yeah, and then we have our speck, smoked speck, pork belly. Yeah, we're cutting sort of slices like that. Yeah. Okay, and then this one goes here and here as well. So we have our Speck, Gherkin. Okay, seasoning, mustard, onion, Speck, Gherkin. What's next? Now we have to roll it. So when you roll this one, always try to uniform it a little bit. Yeah. So we're starting here. Bang, bang, bang. And then if so, you fold in the sides just a tiny bit here, so you have them nicely then rolling up. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Watch that. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. This is one beautiful beef roulade. The next step is what we do is we're using a butcher string, right? Now we tie them. Okay, what I do is, okay, I have my butcher string here. You see the finishing sort of when you roll it is here. Now I put the opposite side, put the string sort of in the middle, of course. Now we're twisting, easy, like that, and then we take this beautiful roulade, turn it over, and we're just putting a knot on top. Yeah, so put it a little bit tight. Yeah, not too tight though. So you see, that's beautiful. Yeah, I just do we do one more. Okay, so just pretend we have the seasoning. We make it a little bit of quicker version here. Bang, zack, mustard. Yeah, yeah, mustard. Of course, I didn't told you that. So this one is a mild mustard. Yeah, mild mustard. Onions. Zack, 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 zack. And remember, bacon and gherkin. Okay, again, like here. All right, so we start. Just tight, make it tight. Fold it in on the side a little bit. Yeah, if you want this, not this side is okay. This comes nicely. Yeah, and then we roll it again. Yeah, just hold it nice and so when you roll it, keep it a little bit firm. Yeah, like that. And here is number 2. Yeah, again, I will have one more string here. Yeah. So what I said, put it on the top. So you see the end thing here, right? Let's do this here. So where it's been rolled, again. Like that, like that, like that. Tie it a little bit, keep everything together. Twist, roll it over, putting a knot on top. All right. So now this is the first simple thing. Yeah. So you give me 2-3 minutes. I will do the rest, and then we continue. Okay, so I finished my roulades. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, I have a few guests coming today. Generally, I calculate 2 roulades per person. Yeah, and then okay, let's put him quickly over here. But I'm coming back to my bench. Yeah, all right. Now, why I said to you before, another trick with my glad wrap over the bench, kitchen bench. Now, very simple and easy. Here we go. And look how quickly I cleaned my bench. Beautiful. You know, isn't that cool? Schwuppdiwupp. All done. So easy. Okay, this goes in the bin. Now we're coming over here. Yes, what we're doing here. Okay, now we're having a bread pan. We put this on full blast, where we sear on our roulade. Yeah, we're putting just a little bit cooking oil in here, and then we do our roulade. We try to get them golden brown from as many sides as possible. Okay. Okay. I'm not getting them all in here, but that's it. So that's what I will do with all of the roulades, yeah. I get them golden brown from hopefully all 4 sides, and then I take them out. You see the color like that? That's what we want, right? Nice. So we put it back in here for the side. Same thing. So I sear them all on in this bread pan very strongly, as you can see, and then I take them out in here. Yeah. So, but we have to wait a little bit longer. So we take out our last few beef roulades, you know. So have a look at this one, beautiful, right? So this is all nice, nicely colored. And now here it is. This looks just perfect as we want it. We keep this one. Do not do anything. Don't wash it, I mean. Now what we will do is now we have to create our sauce in here. So we use the same thing. And what I did already before is I made a mürber. Mürber I explained to you before, I'm pretty sure. So this is all kind of nice vegetables, you know, onions, carrots, leek, only the white stuff, yeah. Celery I have in here as well, yeah, here celery, yeah, celery, and I put a little bit garlic in here. So let's put all this one in here, yeah. And this one we saute on nicely as well. Yeah, give this a little bit of a coloration with all this beautiful juice in here. Now, because of this one here, we want to take this one off the base, right? I put just a little bit of red wine in here now. Yeah. So watch the steam, of course, you know, when you do this one. Not too much, not too much. You just want to have enough, so you can, with your spatula, you can see this one already, it goes nicely off. And this one is obviously the main flavor in our sauce then later, yeah. That's what we want to do. So this one will fully evaporate in no time, you know, and then our vegetable will continue roasting. Okay, have a look at our vegetables, you know, so you can see the bottom is now nice and clear, yeah. So we got everything off nicely, and this is sort of surrounded with the vegetable, yeah, and they're nicely sort of already starting to roast very well. What I do next is, obviously, I use tomato paste, yeah, putting tomato paste on. So this process, if you watched my goulash video for the gravy, it's the same steps, right? So we roast vegetable, put it in tomato paste on, deglaze it with red wine in a minute, and so on and so on. But we show you this one more time here. Okay, now the tomato paste. Yeah, we want to make sure the vegetable gets nicely covered. And here, with this step, a lot of people, they are a little bit impatient, yeah, and they straight away deglaze it now with red wine or any liquid. Very important is that this tomato paste gets a little bit color as well, so roasts on, yeah. So let's roast this for us 2-3 minutes, and then we deglaze it with red wine. Okay, so the vegetable is roasting on nicely. Whew. If you have a look at the base again, it starts forming sort of a little bit of sort of, you know, this crust here. Perfect, that's same principle like we had before, yeah, with only the veg. Again, we deglaze it now with red wine. First a little bit, yeah, give it a all sort of good stir, yeah, and we loosen up all the goodies from the base of this roasting pan. See there in the back here? Have a look, yeah? So we want to get the red wine there, and we want to this one we take all off, you know, and that's already here. You can see, look at this will be our gravy then, yeah? Still a little bit of our veg, but that's what we do. Now this red wine again has to sort of evaporate one more time. And one thing, what I again, as a sort of, I guess most of you know this one, when you put on your tomato paste, as you never can scrape it out nicely. Put a little bit water in it, take your spoon, you know, swirl it around a little bit nicely, and make sure we don't leave anything behind, you know, and put it in here as well. Yeah. So here we go. Now we can recycle it. Correct? Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Let's let this simmer for other 5 minutes, and we continue then. Now our second lot of red wine is nicely evaporated. You can see no more liquid. Yeah. What I do next is I have a little bit chunky tomatoes. I put around 200 ml in there. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Swirl it all nicely in. Smells good, smells good, smells good, smells good. Okay, next step. Next step is, okay, we need the beef stock. Yeah. Now here we go. I have my beef stock here. Let's fill in again, just say half a liter first. We want to make sure we combine everything nicely together. Look at that sauce, look at that sauce. Oh my God, yummy, yummy already. Okay, but this is not enough stock, so we continue with our beef stock. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we put all on there. So this is a liter. We put a little bit more red wine on. Why not? Yeah, it's good. Okay, let's loosen everything up from the base. And what's next? Yeah, well, wait and see, wait and see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting there, we're getting there. What we're doing next is, of course, we're taking our beef roulade and nicely immerse them in our sort of half-finished gravy, right? Okay, make sure they're all nicely in there, sitting nicely there. And this one now, so I put all them in here, yeah, and then I put the lid on and we simmer them on a nice simmering heat for, I put my timer on for 60 minutes, and then I check if they're nicely tender. If not, well, then we have to give them another 15 or 20 minutes, correct? Okay, so now that's what you want, right? So they're nice immersed in the sauce, in the gravy. As soon as that, you can see already the bubbles coming there and there and there, so this comes very close to simmering. I turn it back to a medium heat, and from time to time, I don't waste the time here, but I open the lid and maybe I have to turn the roulade a little bit, yeah. So I want to make sure that's what I do then, you know. So from time to time, give it a little bit of a wobble, yeah. Okay, have a look at this, yeah. And as I said, I take, of course, this is my lid as well. I keep all this juice in here. This is the best thing, right? Da-da-da-da. Yeah. So just let it come up to a quick boil. I show you this as well. Let's crank it up just for a second. Just want to make sure you understand sort of between the boiling and the simmering point. I guess that is vital. Yeah, most of you know anyway. Yeah, it's nice and even heat, obviously, we want to achieve. Yeah, as it gets more and more, you can see all the bubbles coming up. So our gravy gets a good heat. Yeah, okay. So now I know that the heat is all equally in my bread pan. I turn it from a very strong heat. You can hear it even bubbly. I turn it halfway down to only sort of little simmering. Yeah. So the next step, what you want is just really a little bit bubble here, bubble here, bubble here. Yeah. And then of course we're putting our lid back on here. And guess what? And again, we be patient for 60 minutes. All right, till then. Okay everybody, our beef roulades, they're simmering now for 65 minutes. And we have a look. Okay, turn this around. Yeah, you see how beautiful this bubbles here, just a little bit? Very nice. So, okay, what's our next steps? Of course, we have to make sure that the beef is tender, right? The meat. Okay, we're taking one out, just putting it here on the side. So I take a little bit of this end thing off here. I just cut this one. Sorry, I'm right-handed. Okay, here we go. Then. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, just perfect. That's what we want. Okay, the next steps are, for the time being, we can reduce our heat even a little bit more. Now, again, we're taking our roulades out of the simmering stock, the gravy. Don't make a mess too much, eh? To clean up all the things later on. So they're still all nicely tied together. That's beautiful. So we did a good job on this one. And now when they're all out, we give our gravy, soon gravy, we give this a good crack of heat. Okay, so nobody left. Yeah, just have a quick look at these roulades. They're beautiful, right? Are they not nice? Fantastic. Okay, yeah, all right. Gee, this is already simmering. Yeah, we can turn this back down. Now, as I always say, remember, now we can taste the sauce and season it. Yeah, do not put any salt or pepper or any seasoning in prior, because due to reduction, it intensifies more and more. What I say, when it is in, you cannot take it out, but you always can add. Okay, let's just try a little bit. Be mindful, of course, in the roulade, we had these gherkins, so your sauce will have a very, very fine hint of a little bit sort of vinegar. Yeah, this comes from the gherkins. Yeah. Okay, seasoning. Yes, you can see I put quite probably 2 tablespoons of salt in here already. Yeah, we give it already a few cracks of the peppermill. Okay, and now we take our whisk and stir it a bit, all in. Now comes the next step. Of course, as we noted, sort of it's a little bit too liquid to my liking, right? The sauce. Now we have to thicken it up. And previously I told to some of you, I'm not a fond of cornstarch. Yeah. So what I always do is I use my yes, you remember, beurre manier, right? So that's what we do here on ChopChopChef. We're using beurre manier. But this one is always in my fridge, ready to be used. No, I don't put this whole stone in here. Okay, we bring this a little bit less, simmering thing. Okay, and then we're putting sort of little bits and pieces of beurre manier in here. Yeah. And that this beurre manier is nice and cold. And for all of you who just joined us recently and you don't know what beurre manier is, well, there's 2 options. You search on our ChopChopChef link, beurre manier, and you figure that out. But I can tell you what it is like as well flour and butter. That's all what it is, And it is 1-to-1. Yeah, so if whatever gram you're using on flour, use the same gram of butter. How to do it all together, please just go on the shorts from ChopChopChef and you see this one. But I made as well a 2-minute video clip on that. Okay, and it's a little bit more. And now, because we're giving so much motion in our gravy. We put a little bit more heat on there. As well, the bamani of course has to simmer for a few minutes to get all the starchy into our gravy sauce. Okay. Yeah, you see there's no lumps, nothing in the gravy, right? So nothing to worry. That's the beauty on the bamani. But we have to try it again. Yeah, it gets already thicker. I think that's enough. Okay. Even a little bit more salt. And yes, everybody knows I like salt. Sorry. Okay. Good. Okay, let's bring this to boil. While our sauce is simmering there a little bit, what we have to do now is we have to take obviously our string off. Now it's the perfect time, right? So we took them out. They're not anymore that hot, easy to touch. You need a sharp knife. Make a few cuts, and of course one thing you want to make sure you take all the string off the roulade. Okay, maybe you want to double check. Yeah, all good. Yeah, so one more time. Yeah, just go under the string a little bit with a sharp knife. Bang, bang, and then turn. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I do with all of them, you know, and then we continue with straining the sauce onto our roulades. Just let me do the strings and then we continue. Okay, so I took all the butcher string of my beef roulade, you know, and now what we're doing now is, okay, maybe one more time we have the last and final taste of our beautiful, look at this beautiful sauce. Oh my God, huh? This is all made from scratch. Isn't that nice to know how it works? And this is a proof it works. And much better you're doing your own than buying it. Okay, so all right, now what we do next? Yes, of course we have to strain the sauce onto here. Some people want to put sour cream in or double cream. For me, this is just nice. Okay, this is then up to you. Okay, now have a look. Now we're putting this nice, beautiful sauce over our beef roulade. Yeah, so we make sure we should have enough to immerse them in the finished gravy. Okay, I might turn my thing completely off here. Okay. The smell is so good, so good. Yeah. So nice, we don't want to hold it too high up, otherwise we're splashing it all over the place. Okay. Yeah, just give me a minute and we have this all strained from one spot to the other. Okay, yeah, look at that, beautiful. I will serve this later on with red cabbage and just normal potatoes, but we use sometimes we use a nice bread dumpling, potato dumpling. You can use it even with spätzle if you want to. So mashed potato, completely whatever you prefer. Now have a look in my sieve here. You see all the goodies here, what we sorted on, the garlic and all the vegetables. We really want to squeeze all the essentials out of this one. This is so important. Yeah, that we get all the goodies in our gravy. Yeah, so nice. So keep this all nice and dry. Okay, now I have a quick look. Just one moment. Okay, now look at this. Oh, beautiful. Now this beef roulade we leave in this ready sauce, and just before my guests coming, I just bring it quickly to boil and ready to serve. I tell you what, yes, it's a little bit of a process, but worthwhile doing it, and you will score all the high scores from all your guests. By the way, I think I told you this before as well, but if you have difficulty locating the recipe on our website, then please send me a quick message and I will reply back to you how you find it. Okay, but for today, thank you very much for joining me on ChopChopChef, doing a nice beef roulade.